What's up, everybody? Brian Tong here at WWDC 24. Right back over here. Hey, this is the visitor center, and then over there, that is Apple Park, and I'm here because I just got to go inside Apple Park to get hands-on with messages via satellite. So this is leveraging the infrastructure that they've created with emergency SOS via satellite. We have a roadside assistance via satellite that is supported by iPhone 14 and later. So now in iOS 18, to me, one of the features that was the most slept on in the keynote, because there was just so much information, has to be messages via satellite. I know we saw Apple Intelligence, all the generative Genmojis, image playground, all the kind of fun stuff. But man, if you talk about the meat and the potatoes, and what's one of the most crucial features that they showed off, it has to be messages via satellite. So how does this all work? It is similar to some of the other satellite services, but if you do not have a cellular connection, if you do not have a Wi-Fi connection, you can take your phone, and with iOS 18, it'll show you a prompt to ask you to connect via satellite. From there, you'll see the dynamic island up top, which a totally new visualization. Like, they've really gone into making this just look very clean. You see the surface of the Earth. You can see where a satellite might be passing over you, and these satellites are 800 miles above us. They're running at what, 15,000 miles per hour. So yeah, you can catch one. You just have to make sure that you're in the right position. You can even see I was moving the phone from the left to the right to follow. You can see where the satellite is in perspective to me, and then I moved it back over from the right over to the left to get in line with it. So this is all happening real time, the connection that is happening. Now, let's say, okay, you've got a connection, you're solid and you're good to go. What do you need to do? Well, it's really up to you, the user that is off the grid. So let's say, sometimes I've been driving from LA back to the Bay Area. There's areas where I don't get connection. I was just in Yosemite. There's a huge area where I had no connection whatsoever. Or if you're going on a great hike and you love the outdoors, which I do, those are some of the ways that this can be helpful. And again, this is not necessarily for emergency purposes, but just being able to message via satellite. So what I can do is I can start by sending a message on the phone. It will take a few moments, but this is all going directly to them. You cannot send images. You cannot send big video clips. It's just purely a message, and then it also supports emojis or tap back, all right? Also, this works with people that don't have iPhones. So if we're talking about initiating a session, basically I, the user, can initiate a session via satellite, but if you have emergency contacts or people in your iCloud family, even if I'm off the grid and on satellite, they can message me to initiate a conversation. The other aspect here, these are all caveats that I want to explain how the system works and communicates. If I want to talk to someone on an Android phone, I am the one who has to initially initiate this messages via satellite conversation. So it supports iMessage, it supports SMS, but there are a few different rules around it. Now, this is all part of still the free trial to Apple satellite services. We have never heard about any type of pricing coming, but eventually it sounds like that Apple will charge for their satellite services. Even when you're using the app, you can see when you go full screen, there's messages, there's Find My, there's emergency SOS and roadside assistance. Those are all 4 options that you can choose from that panel. But again, in my humble opinion, the most slept on iOS 18 feature. In fact, the most slept on WWDC 24 feature. This is something that we haven't been able to do on our phones before, and now I'll be able to get in contact with loved ones, family, and friends anywhere, any place, anytime, as long as I could find that satellite. I think it's pretty sweet. So there you go. I got plenty more coverage coming out of here from WWDC 24. Stick here on the channel, and we will see you on the next one. Peace and love.